Hello, Pisces. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting September 1st, 2025. Before I begin, I want to wish all the Pisces who are celebrating Labor Day a very happy and safe Labor Day celebration. Welcome any new subscribers to the channel. The deck I am using, of course, will be listed in the description box, not reading reversals. So we're just going to shuffle up this energy here real well and see what is the potential energy coming up for my fishes this week. What is the energy here Pisces can look forward to, what's coming towards Pisces, what's happening with Pisces, anything else that you can tell us about what's happening for Pisces energetically this week. Energies for Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's give it a cut and start your messages for the week. And we're going to start off with the first card of energy for you. We have the Emperor. All right, so the major arcana of the Emperor wants to show his face. And usually that means a week of being in control, Pisces, of your own energies, not necessarily having to be, because I choose not to read these cards in reverse. In the reverse position, that Emperor would be that you are losing control, trying to be manipulative. And since we're not, and it's in the upright position, it's all about you having to maintain an aspect of control of yourself. Okay, this is boss mode, leadership, authority. So the Emperor here could be anything related to any Pisces that I'm reading for being asked to lead over others this week. Could be for some Pisces also too, a promotion. Boss mode, leadership. The character here, even though he's young looking, still could represent a father figure attached to Pisces. He's over in spirit now, and he may have served some sort of time in the military or in the court system. Very authoritative, okay, very stern, and oftentimes very strict. All right, so that's the major arcana of the Emperor. We start off with that. Next one up here is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is always about a birth of a business ideal. Could be a new job start for some Pisces that I'm reading for. Okay, could be the beginning stages of your financial situation turning around for the better. Following the Page of Pentacles, now we have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is always the projection of energy that I read, Pisces, that could come on to you from others, right? In the form of petty fights and arguments, and I always suggest not to engage. If it does approach you that way, if anyone wants to start a fight or petty arguments with you, you know, it's usually, could be family members, could be friends, could be co-workers, could be romantic partners. It's what's going on with them, Pisces, has nothing to do with you. They're just trying to draw you in. If you ignore it, it'll go away just as quickly as it may approach you. Also, if it is not that energy that you have to deal with this week, it could be just, a moment of time during the week that you feel somewhat restless, and that too shall pass. Up next now we have the Three of Cups. There we go. There's the Labor Day celebration. So it's spending quality time with family members, friends, romantic partners, could be co-workers, celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, anything that would bring together any types of joy and happiness for you this week. All right, following the Three of Cups, now we have the the Knight of Pentacles. Mistakenly called this the King. It's the Knight of Pentacles. Again, like the Page of Pentacles, but a stronger energy. Represent, and look at this, it's underneath the Emperor, where I said there could be someone who is given a promotion. Still would be a job offer, still would be pay raises and bonus money. Could be, this is one of my financial independent cards, so it may be that you're, already financially independent. That would be lovely if you are, or you're striving to be. Also, too, like I said in the beginning with the Page of Pentacles, is that your money may be starting to improve or turn around for the better. And this also, too, would validate what I had said about the Page of Pentacles. All right, so the Knight of Pentacles here followed by the Lovers. Major Arcana, the Lovers wants to surface here for you, Pisces, this week. This is a good card. So any types of interactions or dealings with anybody, even if the Five of Wands presents itself in such a way that I had already forecasted for you, in one way, if the fights, petty arguments, this levels everything out. So any dealings or interactions really that you have with anyone, whether it's family members, romantic partners, friends, co-workers, you want to be on the same page. Everything is leveled out here, all right? Seeing eye to eye with one another. Because of the Lovers and this strong energy that it carries, there still could be someone getting married this week. The Lovers has the ability to formulate and bring together relationships of all kinds. It could be business, it could be romantic, it could be platonic. Okay, so that is the major arcana of the Lovers. Following that, we have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is any actions or decisions that you are carrying out this week. Just follow through, Pisces. Don't submit to yourself. Don't submit to others. Stand your ground. And if you do, you won't have any problems. This is the card that comes up as a reminder if you don't follow through. Card of regrets. All right. Following the Seven of Wands, now we have the Four of Wands. Again, like the Three of Cups that it sits under, is in the form of celebrations. Big heart here, celebrations, family, with family, friends, romantic partners. This could be proposals, engagements, someone getting married again. Married mirrors over here to the Lovers. Someone could also be, considering moving or relocating to a different area. It's always the shared happiness inside the structure of a building. So, yeah. Couples could be taking their relationship a step further. Now, that could be in the form of a proposal or engagement or, just making some sort of decision. You don't have any swords here, so still could be making a decision, follow through. This is the card that says follow through, of moving in with one another. It could be family members. It could be platonic friends. All right. So we have the Four of Wands here. It's all about that happiness, and it's usually shared happiness with others. On top of the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Three of Swords. Okay. Do not despair here. The Three of Swords just is coming through for someone who could, relate to the Three of Swords. Again, with the Pentacles here in your spread, it lands on top of that Pentacles. It could be that someone is retiring from work, okay? I am going to throw a clarifier on that Three of Swords, but the typical meanings of the Three of Swords basically represents, grief, heartache, separation, third party in play when it comes to romance. Could be just conflicting energies going on with your family members, your friends, romantic partners, but doesn't necessarily always signify a separation or a split. Could be that you're, in a relationship and it's a love relationship and there may be some sort of distance that separates you. Okay. And also, too, I always pick up there could be some sort of pet loss. The family is left grieving. But let's throw a clarifier on that Three of Swords. With the Three of Swords on top of the Knight of Pentacles, again, someone could be retiring, someone could be separating from their job, possibly going to another job. And then the Three of Swords would represent that type of energy of having to leave those people that you have, formed the relationships with. That would be your co-workers. All right, so why did the Three of Swords show up here for Pisces? Give us more information, if you please. Why did the Three of Swords show up here for Pisces? All right, so it could be, it's the money. Separating from employment, retiring from employment. Now, this is just being clarified for the Three of Swords. I feel that the Ace of Pentacles will represent a start of a new job, and you're separating from an old job. It could be a start of a new career as well. Maybe, career-wise, you've done something for a long period of time now. You want to, or you're at that phase of life where you want to try and do something completely different. That would be what I'm seeing here. Okay, so that's the Ace of Pentacles. Clarifying the Three of Swords. On top of the Lovers, we have the Ace of Wands. All right, so even though you have two aces here, I won't use the fact that two aces in your spread would represent auspicious energy, because we only would just single this out, the Ace of Pentacles, because we use that to clarify the Three of Swords. But still, the Ace of Wands being in your spread still represents, something happening very fast that may put a smile on your face. It's always an element of surprise. This is a card that's regarded as initializing something, the beginning stages of some sort of passion. So for some of you, it could be a new relationship. It sits on the lovers. For others, it could be a creative pursuit or a hobby. Okay, it could be anything in terms of creative writing, artistic talents being, explored a little bit more. All right, so that's the Ace of Wands. Now, the good news could come to you and put a smile on your face through any means of a phone call. It could be anything that, you receive in the mail. That sort of energy. All right. So on top of the Seven of Wands here for you, Pisces, we have these. Look at this, the major arcana, the Star card. So the Star card comes in, and whatever it is that you're hoping for, wishing for, praying for this week may come to pass. This is a card that I always talk about. For me, it's representing social media, and you could just, any types of social media engagement or exploration of any types of social media. That could be what I'm seeing here. Your own psychic energies being developed or enhanced. Possibly stargazing this week during journaling. When the star shows up in your spread, it also could place a greater emphasis on any types of excitement or surprises that may come your way. All right, so that is the major arcana, the Star. Last card I have for you in the spread, we're going to have the Five of Cups on the Four of Wands. Five of Cups is sadness and disappointment. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a reflection of the type of energy that you are dealing with. It could be a family member. If you have children, it could be your child. It could be a romantic partner. It could be a coworker. Okay, I wouldn't place too much emphasis on the Five of Cups. Never, really getting into throwing the Five of Cups. In terms of clarifying the Five of Cups, because it's temporary. We go through these little moods. If it's something that affects or impacts you this week, we go through those moods. And Pisces, if you've ever experienced that type of energy, it doesn't really last that long. So this is why I don't throw clarifiers on the Five of Cups, because it's just one of those things. We oftentimes get into our little moods and whatnot, and nothing or no one has precipitated that mood. It's just a shift of energy. I feel that, that occurs in our brain, and it's just necessary. Everybody deals with it. All right, so this is what I have for you this week, Pisces. Not too bad. Always keep in mind, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Throw the comments in. I love to read the comments. You guys, once again, enjoy the holiday. Be safe. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Pisces, and I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.